No, it's all right. Let's go ahead and kick it off. All right, so we're gonna review quite a lot here. So, gradual release. There's updates coming to the video page. This is no longer going to be called SVB because why introduce new acronyms that are only specific to Vimeo? The world has enough acronyms as it is. It's annoying when people speak in acronyms and no one knows what you're talking about. So this is previously was called the single video view. It's now being called the video page.
I like it.
We're so good at naming stuff. Sometimes we just totally nail it.
I sometimes wish we had code names instead of acronyms. So the Raptor project or
engineering is good about that. Engineering is good about naming their stuff.
That's true.
Cool nerd names like Lightsaber Project and Falcor and that type of thing. So, anyways, this is called the video page. I mean, it couldn't get more obvious. You click on it, it opens up your video page. So this redesign is basically allowing you to access all the creative tools, navigation, branding, design patterns, all that stuff. There you can basically easily jump into your video page where you have embed and direct link to share with people. You can change the privacy, and now you can also access the editing and creation suite here all in one page. We're going to go through these pretty quickly because we have quite a few to review. Gradual release, events unification. This is part of unifying all gates, which is creating a specific flow for all video content, whether it's a live event, a webinar, or a video. That's the wider project, and this specifically kind of affects webinars more specifically. So in this case, we've added low latency and we've added hide viewer count to the webinar. Those were previously not supported. We also have hide the live label, so you can choose to indicate that there's a live event, or you can remove that if it's like a preview and you want people to not see that it's live for some reason. Webinars could not access the chat and polls. Can you believe it? Can't believe we did that. But now it's accessible post live.
Nice.
Webinars were not supporting unlisted and hide from Vimeo. So these were key privacy features that people use a lot just for regular recorded videos. So now that's supported for webinars specifically. And then the CRM integrations are set up now. You could set up CRM integrations on a webinar, but every time you had to configure a webinar, you'd have to do one.
You have to do it again.
And now you can just copy a webinar. So if you are like any regular old marketing person, you're not going to change marketing platforms probably every time you do a webinar, unless your life is really chaotic for some unknown reason. You're going to be using HubSpot or Marketo or Mail.
Your favorite.
You're going to use your thing that you're contractually obligated to use every time. So now you can just create a webinar and copy and paste. Okay, Editor 2.0. This is an amazing functionality. Essentially, we enable you to edit your videos in Vimeo. So you upload something or you do something as a live event, it's saved as a recorded video. And now you can add clips, you can split clips, you can add audio tracks, multiple audio, you can control the audio levels.
Text layers, shapes, intro, outro.
You can add graphics and stuff like that, although you can, there's multiple different ways you can add graphics. But yeah, there's a lot of functionality packed in here. Editor 2.0 is out. We're always working on this. This is a real strategic focus for us, so we're making a bunch of updates to it in the next year, but that is out and available, so go try it. Smart teleprompter and record. We've talked about this a lot. When you're recording a video, most of the time you're not going to know every single word that you're going to say and have it memorized, so this allows you to copy and paste the script. We also have the ability to track. The record tool is listening to you as you speak, and it will automatically scroll through the text that's there. You can use this tool to generate a prompt. So if you're not very creative or you don't have any time, you can say, hey, Vimeo, please generate a script for me to make me sound funny or interesting. And it will do that. It will improve your personality in real time. That's awesome. That came out in mid-November. Scene templates with audio in Browser Studio. So now audio backgrounds for all templates. There's instant playback on hover. More templates and collections coming soon. I personally don't use the templates a lot. I mostly create little videos, but I know Tori and our production team will use these templates and roll those into production sometimes. So that's really nice to have that they're sort of preset. You don't have to make every single little thing yourself. Multiple audio tracks.
This is huge.
Yeah, this is huge. My favorite thing that you've done recently, Ben, is creating that making the speaking version of me, which blows me away. So now we support multiple audio tracks. You can upload these. We're making improvements to this again all the time, enabling the use of multi-language audio, descriptive audio, commentary tracks, etc. We should do like a director's cut using this, adding our own commentary.
Oh yeah, commentary. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Maybe if we react to another like all hands or something, we'll just do it as a commentary audio.
Yeah, that all hands reaction video we just did kind of as an experiment, and it got a lot of viewers. So we should do that again. Audit logs. Okay, so this, I've been using this for a while. I guess this is like officially out as of mid-December, but we've been kind of tinkering with this for a while. I've gone back and used audit logs. Basically, it just keeps track of major updates that people have done in your Vimeo workspace. So if you add a bunch of people and maybe somebody screws something up or uploads too many videos, that's been my experience. Those are the two things I've used it for most. You can track those people down and give them a swift digital.
Write them a strongly worded letter. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. An emotive Slack message. Library content metadata, and sorting. So we're now showing the privacy state of the Vimeos and events in the list view. In addition, there's also the video duration. Video duration info on list and grid view. I do toggle between the list and grid view of videos just to kind of like if I want to see a quicker view where I can see more content. So that's good. Overall, improving this UX design and the search results page. That's always good. I like how Tori is incorporating the screenshots of our actual show here. That's always nice to see.
Agree. This is sick. This is a quality of life thing.
Yeah, drag to upload. Who doesn't? Click drag and drop. Like you gotta. Everything needs to be drag and drop.
It's like peanut butter jelly, drag and drop.
Right. Classic.
Copy paste.
And classic functionality in every single like web tool that you use. If you don't have drag and drop and you make people click too many buttons, come on, what are you doing really?
Yeah.
So drag and drop upload is now available in Video Library. We're using this all the time. It's released mid-December, so we're just cranking out features. This is incredible. I like to give our product team a hard time, but really they're releasing stuff all the time. It's pretty amazing. Sorting and filter on team members. Okay, so this is really nice if you have a big team. It's not super relevant for Tech Proof because we only have 5 or 6 of us that are working on this show. But if you have any more than 10 people, or if you have multiple admin permissions, this is super useful. Like say, if you're in a workspace where you want to find out who are the contributors of each folder, you can, narrow that down really quickly. Apparently we've we're not adhering to our own security standards, and we have like 26 members in our tech proof account. So we got to do some cleanup there. This is why you need Tori producing the event. She's really giving us a live reality check as we're going through this.
That's right. What else we
all
got?
Right. So, blurred speaker. Yeah. What do you think?
I know this was super requested, and today, I don't want to spill the beans, but our guest is the first person that I saw who used this feature in our interview. So
this is a release note where we're debuting this feature on this episode. So that's awesome. I love to see that. I personally, I'm lucky enough to have kind of a dedicated like office space, so I'm not shy about my background really, but a lot of people, are in a cramped space, or maybe they've got, something like dirty laundry. I've seen a lot of that from salespeople over the years.
Unmade beds.
Unmade beds is a classic one for, because these New York salespeople, they're operating out of a single room situation, So the blurring of the background can really add to the mystique of your digital avatar on that Zoom call, or in this case, of course, for your live events. So that's awesome. Hugely requested feature. So make sure you demo that, salespeople and sales engineers. Breakouts. Okay, this is a big one. I feel like this actually got kind of not swept under the rug, but it came out it came out this week. I mean,
buried the lead a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. There's so much going on right now that we haven't really talked about this, but Vimeo Venues now supports breakout rooms. So key highlights here: organizers can create breakout rooms from within a space. Organizers have the flexibility to pick a few assignment methods manually, randomly, or with profile fields. So say if you create a field that says like, your sales, marketing, or customer support, you can automatically be dropped into groups there. You can manually assign people. I know what they used to do when they would, in a classroom setting where you have a bunch of troublemaker kids, they would take one group and then assign all the loudmouths into one group so that they were contained amongst themselves, and then spread out everyone else into different groups. So you could do something like that, or just, randomly. That would be the easiest way. So organizers can upload all breakout rooms immediately or save breakout rooms to be open and later in the session. Love that. Organizers can easily navigate among the rooms to check in on everyone, or they can close rooms, bringing everyone back to the original space. I mean, that's it. Like, that's the list. Like, what else could you want from a breakout room? I can't think of anything else. It's more than I actually thought we were going to do. So shout out to Sam Shapiro and all the other
crew.
Yeah, all the other team on that, Yale, etc. Vimeo iOS app. So this is one of the improvements here relates to earlier improvement about multi-audio tracks. So Player UX, we've added gestures to make it easier to open videos in full screen, fast forward, rewind, switch video aspects, fit and fill quickly, close videos. Navigation UX, if you scroll down a tab, double tapping on the tab bar will now scroll back. The audio improvements here, we were actually just testing this, me and Ben, and we just have to update the app now. Multiple audio tracks is now available. Tap the player overflow menu to see the available audio tracks. So that makes it really easy, and this looks like an iOS type of screenshot here, so really familiar navigation to go between those. So awesome update.
Love it.
Okay, so before we go to this next section, we're going to bring on our esteemed internal guest, Kathy Lee.
Hey.
A regular guest, Kathy Lee, is back. She's also debuting the blur background effect. It looks like you've got a decommissioned Christmas tree there that no longer has lights. Is like your January pine tree there behind you.
Yeah.
Can still make that out with the blurred background, but yeah, happy to have you. How are you doing, Kathy?
I'm so good. Thanks for having me. How are you guys?
Oh, we're good, and we're always happy to have you. So thanks for jumping in here real quick.
Of course.
So, team analytics, public analytics API.
Adam, can you skip? Can you go back?
Did I?
Yep.
Okay. Team analytics. Okay, so there's a bunch of improvements to team analytics. First one is non-SSO enabled teams. So for the initial release of this, we were only supporting SSO, but now this also supports non-SSO team members. And I believe does this also support if someone has SSO and they have a bunch of team members and they add people that are outside of that into the same team, does this still track viewership on that?
Yep, as long as they're on your team.
Amazing. That's such a key thing because so many of these bigger companies have contractors and partners and stuff like that with silly Gmail addresses that are added. So it's really nice to be able to track them. So new team report lives on the analytics dash and allows enterprise admins and owners to track who on their team watched which content. Amazing. That's super awesome.
Did you see this fun fact from Tori?
No.
Tech-proof content is the most watched content on Vimeo. We know this thanks to team analytics.
So we have Kathy Lee to thank for that.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That is good to know. Or it's depressing that people are not watching that content. I don't know the fact that we're the most entertaining thing is pretty. I don't know what that says, but it is what it is. All right, and we got the public analytics API. So this API includes all video data that's available in the UI is now available via the API. It includes all this stuff. We're talking views, we're talking impressions, we're talking finishes, we're talking downloads, all this great stuff. So yeah, super pumped about this. What was the process for rolling all this stuff out, Kathy? Was this like, were you head down in the weeds, or how did this process go for you?
Well, actually, it was kind of a fortunate, I guess, and lucky situation for us because all the work that we're doing around and in analytics this year made releasing this pretty easy for us. And the reason is because we're doing kind of a big overhaul front to back of analytics. That means redoing the way that we log data so that we can have analytics for any feature on Vimeo, all the way to improving our UI to make it more user-friendly, nice and pretty, but also scalable so that we can grow alongside the rest of the platform. As you can tell, a lot of things are moving and changing from these release notes, and analytics needs to be as agile and quick as the rest of the company, and we weren't really in the past. So for all of this work to happen, we had to build a new API, and at the same time, we were doing a lot of research, and thanks a lot to the sales folks who brought this up to us, who actually escalated the need for an API to us, because when we did the research, we realized that users who have or need large integrated data sets, users who have or use third-party or their internally built BI tools, and or users that have really large teams or really large upload counts really need something more programmatic to get analytics from the Vimeo UI. Right now, the download is sort of a manual way to programmatically extract data from Vimeo, but a lot of these users actually need an API to streamline their workflows, to make data integration a lot easier. And so we were already going to work on this. We did all the research, kind of like fit everything into place and realized, okay, this is kind of like the most opportune time to release the analytics API. And we actually do have another API. It's the Teams API. So the team analytics report that you saw just before this, the slide before this one, that has an accompanying API, which was released more than a year ago. But
right.
It doesn't
that was
have...
the first That was the first release, right? Yep.
Right. But it's kind of a smaller data set, obviously, because it's only about team members and what they've watched on your account. But the analytics API is all analytics. That's the goal, at least. Yeah. So
what's the can I ask you, sorry, what's the filter granularity on time?
So it's down right now to day, but we want to get it down to hour. That's the next step, and then maybe even down to minute.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So a huge amount of work. Sounds like you really like sort of laid the groundwork for this stuff early in 2023, and now we are building amazing stuff. Love that.
Yeah, and now we're not only at parity with our competitors and sort of the same video platform SaaS spaces, but we also have big plans to keep improving the API so that we're not only at parity but a cut above the rest, hopefully by the end of 2024.
Amazing. So glad you're here. I'm glad you're on our team. Redesigned dashboard with UI with modular widgets that can flex and change with the dashboard. So you can basically customize your view here. So yeah, single page design makes adding enhancements relatively easy. I gotta say, I don't know if this is like in your wheelhouse, but I really love dark mode. So it blows my vision out to have too much bright screen space, which we had that on the analytics page for so long, and now you have these beautiful customizable modular widgets with dark mode and a cool map of the earth also. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, there's more to come. We only have just released the overview section, which is kind of like the top view, giving you views, impressions, and unique viewers, but we're redesigning everything else as well. And the API that we just mentioned is what powers this dashboard. So the data that we're using is the same data that you can get through the API.
That's gotcha. Yeah, if we could just add some tool that would collect all the people that never watch video into like a modular shame section that we can screenshot and send to those people, that would be awesome. Like some kind of Slacker tracker is really what I'm looking for. All right, and then public release notes page.
Ooh.
So this was released on January 16th.
Yesterday.
I don't know a lot about this, honestly. Vimeo's latest product news. Tori, can you tell me what this is? I have no idea what this is. There's a giant QR code.
I just clicked on the QR code. It's like a blog. It's like an update.
Public release notes. That's
yeah,
pretty
public
cool.
release notes.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, so they're just biting our style with this segment. Got it.
A little bit.
Let's see if we can outcompete their views. We're gonna put a pin in this one and come back to it. And that's it, guys. That was release notes. That's all the amazing stuff we've done in the past few months. We've got a very promising future for product releases, especially in the analytics realm. Thanks to Kathy Lee. She's here. She's focused. She's so darn focused. She doesn't even have time to get rid of her Christmas. So we're here doing our thing. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.